Right. Hello, and welcome to this overview of the new moon that is occurring in Pisces this week on the 10th of March, 2024. My name is Krista Lynn. I love to make astrology and folk magic feel super accessible and super simple. So, this is going to be my video guiding you through a walkthrough of the astrology chart showing this lunation and then talking about what does it mean and how can we work with it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to share my screen to bring up Luna, which is my preferred program for being able to share things because it does help make it easy. And if you are someone who's interested in getting into an astrology program, this is web-based. It's really great. And I do have a code that will be in the description that'll get you 10% off if it's something that feels right for you. So what we're going to look at here is we have this chart, which is the new moon in Pisces. And you can see I can navigate to all the following lunations over here, which is kind of convenient. We are on March 10th at around 5 a.m. here where I live in Virginia. So this is Eastern time. So you can make that adjustment for wherever you are to know that basically if it's 5 a.m. Eastern time, where is that going to be for you that this new moon is exact? So now we want to dive in and actually understand the condition. Actually, I'm going to bring it over to the moon, the condition of this new moon. Who's talking to the moon? Who is the moon talking to? How well situated is the moon in this chart? All of those things can be seen just by looking at the chart here. So what we are seeing is that it's kind of a quiet conversation. The moon is at 20 degrees with the sun. So even this aspect, the tile aspect with Uranus is separating, which means that it is something that we might have seen a little bit of change coming around in the way that we think, in the way that we meditate, in the way that we approach spirituality, all these Piscean themes that we're thinking of for this new moon in Pisces. And so, if we're looking at this, we see that the moon is actually also co present with Saturn. So, we may be finding new disciplines of spirituality that we're getting ready to try. This is a new moon, it begins a whole new cycle. So, this may be something that's introduced to us. And because the next full moon that occurs on the Pisces and Virgo axis is going to be in 6 months when the sun is in Virgo and the moon then comes to have the full moon in Pisces, this could be a 6 month journey of developing them. So don't feel like you have to be super fast and put pressure on yourself. That, in fact, would go against the Piscean sort of flow. So, hopefully, as you're exploring new disciplines or new structures or new approaches in your spirituality, you are giving yourself the grace of time as well. So when we look at this, we can see that all of the other planets, these guys right here, we've got Pluto, Mars, and Venus, they are not able to see the moon. The moon is not able to see them. They are in each other's blind spots. If you think about your blind spots on a car, they're in each other's blind spots, as is Mercury. Jupiter is over here able to see the moon. So we do have some support and resources. I would say you likely will be able to find really good resources to help you finding step in your spiritual journey that you're on, if that is where you're kind of feeling focused at this time. And it may be something that diverges from your usual. It may be something that's a little bit different than what you've approached before. So, with those things in mind, I highly recommend meditation on this day. I highly recommend observing what's around you and sort of saying to life, where are you calling me? What resources are abundant and what can I build with them that might help you understand where you're headed? At the same time, we do have the sextect between Mercury and Pluto. So Mercury, by the end of this day, will get to that first degree and meet with Pluto through this sextile aspect. So this is, again, sort of an action and a changing of maybe your mind and a changing of strategy that we'll see, a whole new way of doing things that may also be motivating some of our other focuses that were going on with this new moon. So, an affirmation that I've come up with for this one is I am aligned, highest calling. I am aligned with my highest calling is something you can say to yourself to just know that whatever is for you is going to be there. It is inevitable for you to find it. You do not have to worry that you will miss it, and you will be able to move forward with your highest calling. I recommend meditating or focusing on processing feelings. This is a great day for journaling, a great day for a bath with some herbs and oils and all of those things that you might like to add to it. An aromatic bath would be amazing for the energy. And then process the feelings and see what they might be telling you about your position and your alignment and the situations around you and where you feel most comfortable, aligned, and ready to move forward. And then take action where you feel the highest sense of peace. And so those are my recommendations. Another thing that's really significant that I will be talking about in my Patreon later and even the free patrons will get this video, is that this is the lunation that happens before the Aries Ingress, which is approaching on the 19th. So this actually is helping to set some of the tone for the Aries Ingress, which is the important indicator of the condition of the following year, from the time the sun comes into Aries this year to the time sun this goes into Aries next year. That is the condition of the year. The zodiacal year begins on that Aries equinox. So that is what we are looking forward to. And this is the pre-lunation for that. That sort of gives it that ensoulment before birth, if you want to think about it that way. So I hope that you are taking this energy, and I hope that it is peaceful for you. I hope that you are able to find grace, that you are able to find alignment, and that everything works well for you. Be sure to check out where Pisces is in your own chart to get more ideas about what areas of life are represented by that house. And I will look forward to seeing you either here on YouTube, in social medias at The Real Crystalline, or Modern School of Ancient Wisdom Patreon, where we interact together with astrology and folk magic all the time in a beautiful way. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you have a very peaceful week.